Hi guys, how's everybody doing? Sorry I'm late. I was trying to set everything up and did not have everything set up all the way. Welcome. I'm hearing myself somewhere else. There it is. Okay. Had to mute it. Hey everybody, Linzer. Hey Dizzy, how are you? Mana Joe has arrived. Dee Dee. Okay. I hear myself again. Where am I at? Okay, there we go. I was like, I'm hearing myself everywhere. Why am I hearing myself everywhere? And that's why. Okay, there's like multiple tabs open. I hate that when that happens because it's just kind of throws me off. Hey, Stays. Hey, Space Cowgirl. Hey, Dizzy. Hey, Dee Dee. Let's see. Who else? Diana, welcome. Shout out to you, Brian's wifey. Thank you for being here. Who else? Headphones. It's multiple tabs that I had open. That's why. Hey, fail pessimist, how are you? Hey, H, how you doing, love? Sylvia, shout out to Sylvia. Hope you're feeling well. Tu mama, shout out to you. Katie, how are you? Sand Dancer, welcome. DJ, how are you? How are you? Shout out to you. Jay McCarthy's in the house. Andrew's in the house. Welcome. Now, stop it. My computer's acting weird. All right. Susan, welcome. Sammy, yesterday I had to hey Tiffany, hey Nebby, hey Mara, hey Margot, hey Belen, how are you? Hey Christine, I see people coming through. All right. People are coming through. Um, so yesterday, hey Last Ronin, my computer was acting up a little weird, and I was like, something's going on with my computer, right? And I know that like Apple, you know how Apple, if I have a MacBook Pro, and every time it's like it's always updating. There's always some other update. Now I'm worried about the updates because to me like an update is like the phone. You know when they always every 3 years they come out with something new and they want you to buy something new every 3 years, right? It's never like you buy a MacBook or a laptop and it's meant to last forever. It's just it doesn't work that way. Well, what happened? My thing just wouldn't like update at all. And so then I'm going through, and then it's this thing about the gigabytes, and then I'm deleting stuff, and I'm going back, and then I restarted, and then finally, after like deleting so many things, I have a lot more memory. Thank God. Yes, but I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Um, let's see who else. Hey, Manajo. Let's see. That's why I built my. You know what? Tinkle Tits told me that you need to build your own PC, and I'm just like, how do I do that? How that y'all make it sound like you just go and what do you mean? Like, how do you build your own PC? You and Tinkletits are like my computer people. When he says that, all these technical computer stuff that I'm totally other than just turning on the computer, being able to type, doing the very bare minimum. Y'all make it sound like so simple. Just build your own computer. What does that even mean? What does it mean to build your own computer? I don't get it. Hey, just a T. You said YouTube and a smart friend taught me. Why don't you have it? I don't know. I'm always running out. Well, because first of all, I'm recorded videos. I have the memory little space thing, but I just never have enough like gigabytes on the computer. So it's like every time I'm having to delete stuff, and I'm actually storing it on the what are these things called? These things. What is this called? I forgot what it's called. Let me know. Yeah, but this is where a lot of my stuff is stored now because I'm having to um do that. Hey Chico, you said your son built his own PC. Yeah. That sounds very hard to do. So when you guys say that, I'm like, I don't even know what you mean. It's like a hard drive. Thank you. Look at it, just a T, please. It's a hard drive, one of those things. Yes, that's what I have. So buy the parts and stick them into a case and add Windows. LOL external hard drive. Well, can you send me a couple videos and who knows? I might look at even Stephanie's like, it's an external hard drive, Rabbit. What are you doing? One of those things. Okay, thank you. Scooby Doo, thank you for being a member for 12 months. It is a thumb drive or an external hard drive. Thank you. It's an external hard drive. So I have that. So shout out to my people because I have that because of you guys. Thank you. Um, but they do fail. Oh my god. You said Zed, thank you for the $2. My computer guy build mine. Less money, more power. Really? You have a computer guy? Well, listen, I'm gonna need to please last Ronan. I might do a video on how I built my own computer. How about that? Listen, how about that? I can't even listen. If I can build a computer on my own in 2025, I'm done. I quit. Like I don't know what that like that would be like wow. That would be amazing. But hey, thank you for the $2. I appreciate it. He's an IT expert. Well, look at you. You said we need to get you one rabbit. Well, I do, but this computer, this MacBook Pro, is not that old, guys. Like it's a 2020. It's a 2020 MacBook Pro. We're in 2025. Like, why do I need to go and buy another one? And it's not like MacBook is cheap. And it doesn't have to be a MacBook, but yes. I'm slowly getting to like side note. I'm upset about the Liam Payne outcome. So I really like I know it's on my title, but I can't even tell you guys whether I want to talk about it first or talk about it last because I'm really upset right now about it. I don't know. I haven't really quite processed it. And I said, well, is it wise to talk about it live or do a recorded video? And I said, well, I need to hold space for people to talk about what's going on with Liam Payne and all that happened. So I am. So I'm getting there. I see your guys' comments. I promise you we'll get there. But y'all need to give me some time to get there because I don't want to like I was upset last night. And not a lot of people understand that. My people were like, what are you upset about? I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I don't know this guy. I can't even tell you 5 One Direction songs or any of the songs, but it just feels like there was this huge injustice that happened. And when I get into it like that, I have to be careful because it just makes me really mad. Yeah. Okay. So I'll get there. I'll get there. I promise. I promise. That being said though, yeah, I'm gonna start saving for a computer or I'm gonna build my own. And if I build my own, I'm gonna film it or something. I don't know. But I'm worried about that because like you guys, you're talking to somebody that can't even cook ramen. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, cooking and building computers, that just sounds very complicated for me. Um, I could I feel like I would blow something up. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I did do the ham for Thanksgiving, but I can't tell you that building a computer would be like a thing for me. Yeah, you said it could be a tooth hooker feeling would be the same. Yeah, you can relate. Anyone can cook ramen. See, I'm just saying. I'm relating to the both. Like if you building a computer and cooking, those things seem to go hand in hand a little bit. All the instructions. Okay, I need to stop because I'm like cracking jokes in between all this other stuff. We're gonna get there. So let's start by this, okay? Before we get to Liam Payne, I promise we will talk about that. I'm just not. Give me a minute on that, okay? I want to talk about let's talk about Kevin Spacey real quick, okay? Kevin Spacey. You guys, we've talked about Kevin Spacey before. First of all, to be very clear, Kevin Spacey has never been charged with a crime. So I think that's something to keep of value, right? Like he has not been charged, but he's had a lot of allegations. In the UK, in the United States, he went to court. And this is kind of where we're at right now. Hold up, y'all. So grow up. Kevin Spacey responds to Guy Pearce accusations that actor targeted him on LA Confidential. So LA Confidential, again, that was a show, and Guy Pearce, I guess, recently spoke out about Kevin Spacey. And he tells him, grow up. This guy has had so many allegations put out there about him, and that's his response to somebody else. Like, I don't get it. He was my absolutely favorite actor too. until all this stuff started coming out. And I was like, oh my God, I had a lot of favorite actors and actresses and a lot of people, in the celebrity world that, I supported at one point, and then I realized how like dark the industry is, and then it's like, what the hell? So, anyways, here we go. So this dropped a couple days ago. So Kevin Spacey has ripped into Guy Pearce's recent claims that he was targeted by Spacey while they filmed the 1997 crime thriller LA Confidential. So, appearing on a recent episode of the Hollywood Reporter Award Chatter podcast, Pearce 57 reflected on working with Spacey nearly 30 years ago. So 30 years ago, they worked together. Okay. Get a pen. Admitting that he broke down and sobbed over their previous onset conversations or interactions. Opening up about how Spacey's actions made me uncomfortable and scared, the Australian actor shared. I was probably a victim to a degree. I was certainly not a victim by any means to the extent that the other people have been to sexual predators. Calling Spacey charming and brilliant at what he does, Pearce says, he holds a room remarkably. But I was young and susceptible, and he targeted me with no questions. So y'all remember there's been like a heavy, and a lot of these have been men, a lot of male victims. I don't think there's been one female. And let me just say this: the accusers and those that have accused him have mysteriously died. Right? You want to talk about like coincidences and conspiracy theories? Like, I kind of have to wonder about this too. How do all your accusers just die? I don't get this. You said when they did LA Confidential, LA Kevin had an Oscar and another nomination. It was Guy's first major film. Usual Suspects was fabulous. Yes, I did, Belen. So Kevin Spacey said that was like a hit piece. And they interviewed his brother, which I didn't even know he had a brother until I watched that. He was raised in what sounds to be like a very difficult home. I think his dad was like a Nazi enthusiast. Okay, they had a lot of like Nazi type of things, and it's so crazy because one of my favorite movies that I watch, that was a Kevin Spacey movie, was what is it? American Beauty. In American Beauty, you see like there's some parallels to some of the things that the brother was sharing. That whole situation where Kevin Spacey plays the dad, and then he has a daughter who is dating the neighbor's son. The neighbor's son is also like ex-military, like very much Nazi enthusiast, has like a certain thing about him, and it also turns out that he's closeted, and there's just so much to it. And he has like all these collections, and he's abusive to his son. And so I couldn't stop seeing the parallel when I heard Kevin Spacey's brother talk about how he was being abused to that character on American Beauty. It just kind of played in my mind. This isn't going to be a popular opinion. I think Spacey is a victim of those who continuously come after him. In any case, so far, he has been exonerated. No, Jam, you're right. Like, this is one of those double-edged swords, I think. You know what I mean? Because you're right. Like, to be fair, and I've held this opinion before, I said, guys, the guy has not been charged with anything, right? The guy has not been charged with anything, both in the UK courts and in the United States. Nothing. And he has been exonerated in the civil courts too. So thank you, Jam. I think we have to show both sides of the argument because we can't just say that it was one way. Now, that being said, though, all right, we're also living in an age where, because his victims are men don't come out. There's probably, like I've said this before, there's been a lot of male victims that don't speak out, and they're hidden in the shadows. They don't come out and say things because, there's this the machismo, the fear of being exposed and embarrassed and stuff like that. So I think that's the other side to that too. You said upset that this will set the truth when the timeline even given by the acquitted are contradictory, and it's clear that there is more to that day events. Do you guys feel like, thank you, Anne, for your comment. Do you guys feel like there need like let me ask you guys a question. And I think that this is a valid question because I feel like we go through this, and especially on this channel a lot, right? If you have a situation where a man is standing trial, man or woman, they're standing trial, okay, and they have been publicly exonerated both in the civil and the criminal court, they have been cleared. When do you say, all right, I'm gonna back out? I may have some questions about that, but I'm going to at this point not tarnish this person's name. Like, when do you take that step to say that? Or do you just kind of like stand on the I always believe the victim, or I always believe this? A couple days ago, we covered the booktube situation, right? Where Daniel Green, you had somebody come online and give a lot of allegations. She even said she filed a police report, right? Where is that fine line? Thank you, Brian's wifey. Where's that fine line? When do you, and I'm asking you guys in the chat, all right, let me know. When do you decide that somebody is completely exonerated? Is it when they go through the court system, or is it like there is no exoneration? You're always going to believe the allegations. You keep your mind open. I take every case on its own. I don't make any blanket decisions. That's a good way to look at it, Christine. But you say you keep an mind open. And I honestly, I teeter sometimes because I don't always know. And I don't know these people personally, you know? Like Ryan and Blake's situation, I was on Kevin's side for a long time, but patterns of behavior, power of dynamic. I see. Johnny Depp's story is a prime example. Look at Jam Jam. Look what Jam Jam just said. In my opinion, you're innocent until proven guilty. Yeah, Johnny Depp was something that people were willing to. I mean, he lost deals. He lost a lot. And then he says, and the thing is not a lot of people have money to fight. What I've said this before, as somebody that did not follow the Johnny Depp trial, what I have learned is that you have to, keep an open mind. Understand that every situation is different. There is no one way or the highway when it comes to things like this. And I think in this age, we're looking at consent a little bit different too when it comes to things like this, you know? But this is Guy Pearce who spoke out, and he basically said, listen, this man targeted me. Okay, so he compliments Spacey by saying that he's brilliant and charming and all this other stuff. Spacey, who was ousted from Hollywood in 2017 after another actor, Anthony Rapp, accused him of sexual abuse, has since released a video denying Pearce claims. He says, I have now read the comments you made about me, and while I would prefer not to have to play this out on the media, you obviously have your own reasons for doing exactly that. The 65-year-old Oscar-winning American Beauty star said in a clip posted on X on Tuesday, "We worked together a long time ago. If I did something then that upset you, you could have reached out to me. You could have had that conversation," he continued. But this is the part that I think makes it very difficult. Sometimes when somebody's making an allegation and they're making it against the person, they can't always talk to that person. They can't always say like, hey, yeah, you put me through this. Therefore, it's, like it's kind of hard. You would be confronting your alleged perpetrator. But with the allegations, you don't always go to trial, and allegations just stick, right? And especially on social media at the moment, like they stick. It depends upon what the alleged perpetrator does afterwards. I always thought OJ killed his wife and the other person, and Pete Rose's actions made it hard to believe him years later. Andrew. So, I mean, I think we're willing and able to change our mind, What do you guys think about there being a number of allegations? So it's not just Anthony Rapp. You've had a number of people saying that that this has happened to them with Kevin Spacey. I think that there's something to be said about numbers too, right? Like keep that in mind. He's always been a bad boy in Hollywood. Hey Amanda, how are you? You could always come to your abuser. Yeah, see, that's the piece that I don't agree with. Cause I was like, Kevin, no, you can't. Why would you? What would you get from the person that perpetrated on you? It doesn't make sense. I don't think Guy is lying. I think Kevin is a freak and thinks he can turn straight men gay. And he was closeted for a long time too, Chico. Like, people wondered about Kevin Spacey for a long, long time. Those are the worst kinds of accusations. If I'm innocent, I have money, I'm suing. Mm. Rabbit, this is my opinion. Please, this is direct towards you, but some people need to focus on their screwed up lives rather than point fingers and add others. You're directed to me? Or you mean just in general? I got you. Please, this directed towards you, but some people need to focus on screwed up lives rather than point fingers at others. I got you. Do you mean it towards me? I'm sorry. But you mean that's coming towards me, not for everybody else. I guess I'm confused, love. Shout out to you though. You said if someone is taken to court and exonerated, then I will always be aware of them and not put them or myself in a situation where I have to deal with them. I don't trust the courts. Look at Roger the Dodger. Yeah, the numbers seem to speak louder, if anything. Nicolas Cage and Kevin Spacey both have very aggressive manners. I've heard that too. Definitely watch patterns, right? The courts don't always get it right. That's the thing too. The thing is that, I mean, Kevin Spacey, who has had the support of what's that lady's name? Uh God, what is her name? She was in Basic Instincts. What was Yeah, I remember faces. I don't remember names. That's an ADHD thing. Okay, that's for sure. Hey Abraham, how are you? Anyways, so she supports Kevin Spacey. There's a couple of actors. Yeah, Sharon Stone. Thank you, manager. Thank you, Sharon Stone. Y'all, thank you, said. Thank you. I was like, I could see their faces, but I can't remember their names. Thank you guys. Yeah, that one too. So she was like in support. I think Sharon Stone for sure and everything. Anthony Rapp was a very young actor when supposedly the harassment happened. Yeah, I think he was a child. And Spacey was already a respected established actor. Power of abuse, like most abuse occurs. Yes. OJ's case made me unsure because I believed he was guilty for years. Then I saw the documentary about the serial killer and his brother knew all his bones and he swore his brother killed OJ's wife, says Lorraine. Lorraine, I know like that people I've done OJ videos and people kind of go back and forth on the OJ videos. Some people believe that OJ did it and some people believe that OJ didn't do it. It's weird at where people stand with OJ, but yeah. Thank you so much. So I said, no, Rabbit, that wasn't towards you. It was towards other people on my phone. Sometimes has a problem with voice recognition. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you can do voice notes as a comment. Shout out to you, love. Thank you. You said, here in America, only 4% of SA victims get justice in court. So I believe the victims. Someone has to go. Well, Sean, like I also think that there's something to be said about the numbers, you know? The numbers. Oh yeah, don't forget about this. And there was a lot of other people that were hanging out with Epstein that were willfully looking away. We're looking we're looking away. We're just gonna pretend that people didn't hang out with politicians, politicals, those people too, right? And they still have the positions that they have. How does that happen? How does that work? But hey, maybe I don't know. Like I don't, I'm just thinking out loud. That's all. That's all. Okay. Moving forward. So they worked together a long time, but instead you decided to speak to the press, who, of course, is now coming after me because they'd like to know what my response. Oh, excuse me. I'm like spitting. Give me one sec. Let me get some tissue, y'all. Okay. Sorry, y'all. What my response is going. Hold up. I lost my place. But instead, you decided to speak to the press, who, of course, are coming after me because they like to know what my response is to the things that you said. You really want to know what my response is? Grow up. Kevin Spacey tells Pierce, to grow up. That's his response. Guy Pierce basically said, this is how I felt. This is what happened to me. And Kevin Spacey's response is grow up. Kevin, this is why you can't get any jobs in Hollywood anymore. Kevin, this is why you have been foreclosed in your home up over there in the little, in the middle of the lake. This is why your shit got evicted on the road. Kevin, this is why. But, anyways, let's keep hearing this. He added, did you also, by the way, tell the press that a year after we shot LA Confidential, you flew to Savannah, Georgia, while I was shooting Midnight in the Valley of Good and Evil just to spend time with me? Did you tell the press that too? Or does that not fit into the victim narrative you have going on? So, anyways, I apologize. I didn't get the message that you didn't get the message that you don't like spending time with me. Maybe there was another reason. I don't know, he said, but that doesn't make any sense. That you would have just been leading me on, right? Kevin. I'm laughing at Stasis. Kevin, this is why you don't get any jobs, Kevin. This is why your furniture is floating on that river, on that waterfront river over there, that house over there. Kevin, I'm just saying. I love Pay It Forward also. I mean, the guy did great movies, he did. Not the Lakes House Spacey. He did. Now, I'm just saying, like, he really fought for that house, which, by the way, side note, I think, was it Sam Asghari who, like, the company bought, Britney Spears' ex bought that house, by the way. Yeah, so that's what had happened. Not trying to claim Guy was leading him on, right? Say so, like, y'all see that? Now, that is Darvo right there, 101. Mm-hmm. Complete deflection. Doesn't address, like, he doesn't say, I'm so sorry that I made you feel this way. Clearly there's a bunch of people, but I think that part of it too is that there's this thing called, people want people to take accountability for the things that have happened, intentional or not intentional. But he said you let him on, and I was like, oh my god. That was his response. Kevin doesn't, like, I don't know, he has no chill when it comes to the people. He should just start a YouTube channel, don't you think? People would probably watch him. I mean, there's some people that would watch Kevin Spacey, I think. But here you are now on mission some 28 years later, excuse me, after I've been through hell and back to do what? Just in time to stop the bad guy. Is that what's going on here? What took you so long? Did your house run out of gas? Wait, did your horse run out of gas? A house or horse? Oh, he said, did your horse run out of gas? I mean, you wanted to have a conversation. I'm happy to do so anytime, any place, he concluded. We can even do it here live on X if you like. I've got nothing to hide, but Guy, you need to grow up. You are not a victim. Yeah, Didi, I agree with that. I don't like that verbiage. Like, you let me. That's just me, though. Hey, Karen, how are you, love? Stella says, pay it forward should have been mandatory viewing. Someone needs to remake it so that it's seen now. Ooh. Yeah, I like pay it forward. I thought it was okay. There's so many things he could have said. Yeah, there's many things he could have said. You said Kevin needs to take several seats. Where, Jay? His house. He doesn't have. Where was he going to sit down? Just saying it, You said, is he a Scientologist? No, because Scientology would have probably, I don't know, helped him one way or another. Scientology would have covered this shit up. That's what I have to say. The Independent has contacted Pearce representatives for comment. Pearce previously called Spacey a handsy guy on an Australian chat show in 2018, adding the thankfully I was 29 and not 14. My goodness. Hey, Diddy Docket, LA Confidential is a Hollywood masterpiece. Unfortunately for viewers, Kevin Spacey is such an excellent actor. We can forgive or what we can forgive. We can't forget. I can't read, y'all. We can't forget we're watching Kevin Spacey. I thought you said we can't forgive. I'm like, we can? I don't know. It's not for me to forgive. I hear you. Anthony Rapp was 14 years old. Yeah, I suggest you guys go watch that documentary from HBO because he tells a story there. There's a lot more to this. I also suggest you guys watch, to get both sides of the situation. That's what I'm an advocate of, okay? When it comes to things like this, get both sides of the situation and see what you land in, okay? So I would watch that, and I would also watch his Piers Morgan interview. I think it's worth the watch so you hear his side and Piers ask him questions. Piers actually stands by Kevin Spacey too because he feels like there might have been some misrepresentations. I don't know. That's what I got to say about that. Shout out to y'all. Y'all ready? Can we move on? Let's move on. Here's another situation. I'm gonna tell you guys that I just Gabby Petito, let's move on. First of all, let me just say that Gabby Petito was one of the cases on true crime that really introduced me to the community of true crime on YouTube. Gabby Petito is a case that really pisses me off, and I know that the documentaries are on Netflix and I can watch it, but I don't know if I want to watch it because I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna cry, and I don't know if I want to cry. I'm just gonna be honest with you. But I have heard so many things about this documentary. Have you guys watched it? Let me know. It broke your heart. See, I can't. There's too many things happening. Like it's. I don't know if I can handle it all at this point. But let me know. I feel you, Rabbit. Well, I just like you're watching it, Dee Dee. I think all of us were like, I was so mad. Let me tell you, I will never forget. I saw videos out there of like the body cam footage. It didn't have to happen. I just kept thinking to myself, I said, I really cannot be talking about things like this because they really got to me. And I was pretty upset for days. But I guess there's like a lot more new details that have been shared about what happened to Gabby, what they did to the van, different things that happened. There's probably a lot more information that we don't even know, so I might have to watch it. But I don't know because if it gets to me like that, it's just a little too much. So here is a little article on it for those that have not watched it. The most shocking moments from Netflix American Murder Gabby Petito. And by the way, the Laundrie's attorney came out and was like, I don't know, being a complete asshole douche about this documentary and whatnot. So in 2021, Gabby Petito and Brian Laundrie packed their 2012 white Ford Transit Connect van for a cross-road country road trip. She posted pictures of them with their arms wrapped around each other in the narrows of the Zion National Park and kissing at the Utah Mystic Hot Springs. But Laundrie shockingly returned to his parents' Florida home alone on September 1st. Authorities discovered Petito's body near the Grand National Park on September 19th, and a coroner ruled her death as a homicide. I'm so angry at, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, at the Laundries for, in my opinion, they covered up. They knew, and they basically had this man do what they had to do. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't be held accountable to anything that he did in this lifetime. It makes me mad. I was too, Christine, and they just got to me afterwards. Hey there, Cash, how are you? Hey, James. So what went wrong? Laundrie died by suicide, and the story of what happened died with him. The Laundries had no empathy. They had no empathy. I think that's what pisses me off. That it's even the sister and the sister's boyfriend or husband or whatever the hell, she even distanced herself from that situation. No, they just discuss it. Their attorney, it grosses me out. Everybody in the Laundrie family grosses me out. Everybody, complete coward. Like he took the most cowardice way out, and I think that his parents knew it too, if you know what I mean. Thank you, Zed, for stopping by. Shout out to you, Zed. They knew what he was planning to do. Okay, they knew. So, anyways, this documentary's out. There's been a lot more details about what happened. Are you guys gonna watch it? Let me know if you guys are gonna watch it, and if it's something that you guys want to talk about. Let me know. I'm still kind of on the fence of it, but it's been talked about on various articles. You said the last I saw some conspiracy theories about him still being alive. Didn't seem very compelling. I heard that too. Y'all remember when Dog the Bounty Hunter was trying to get involved in it too? I can't with it. Just stupid people. Go watch the Natalie Holloway case from years ago. Shows you how corrupt the laws and how money talks. But at least the murderer finally got his karma. I'm telling you, he had to face God in the end. Eventually, right? He called his mom an hour after her purported. He called his mom for an hour after his purported death or her purported death. Time, matter of death. So, wow. So she knew. She knew. Rhiannon, thank you for so much for the $5. Thank you, love. They knew. They knew what he had done. They covered up. And mom was like an attorney. I think she was like a prosecutor or something like that. Oh God. Don't even get me started like that. It makes me so mad. You may watch and not sure. Apple does not fail from the apple does not fall far from the tree. Parents are poo, and so are the children. That's you know what, my blues. That is I would probably say that you are absolutely correct about how they dealt with things. You think his parents knew he was going to take his own life. I think so, but I might think so. I think that they knew where he was at. In my opinion, I felt like they knew where he was at and they knew what he was about to do, only so he would not be held accountable. That's my thought. But yeah. And it's my opinion. It's my opinion, but yes. But Rihanna, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you guys for supporting my channel. Guys, do me a favor and hit the like button because that's a free way to support the channel. It helps get me in the algorithm and stuff like that. I'll need support to watch it. Honestly, it's triggering. I don't know. You said Dee Dee. You said, hold up. What did Dee Dee say? What did Dee Dee say? Now I missed her comment. Damn it. She say something funny. Dee Dee, but they made him pledge 50K. I cannot. You already know how I feel about Dog Bounty Hunter. It's a shame Roger doesn't disappear as do the laundries, says Witter. Whew. Okay. They sued the laundries, right? They did, and that's why they have an attorney. They not only supported Brian, they hid evidence and obstructed justice. They should all have been charged. All their family people, they should have all been charged. All of them, in my opinion. All of them. They're trash. They're trash. Okay. Let's get on to okay. The people are mad, y'all. I don't know why. Why are you guys mad at me? What did I do? I always have to say, what did I do? But whatever. It's all good. Shout out to y'all. Let's talk about this real quick. So yesterday I did a video because I found out that Faustyna Wadelt, the woman that reports to be Madeleine McCann, was arrested or detained. I think it's detained on suspicions of stalking. Now, I did a video yesterday about it. And I wanted to read a couple of your comments because now the Independent is picking up some of this, okay? And then we'll get on to Liam Payne. But I wanted to talk a little bit about this. And I started thinking about the fact that, like, last night, maybe it might be best maybe I need to collect all the videos that I've done on this topic and really just talk about it, right? But there's a lot of people here in the comments, y'all. Let's get in these comments real quick. Some of them were respectful, some of them were not. So I was like, listen, if you're going to be an asshole, you get deleted. That's it. Don't be an asshole in my comments. I'll delete you. But anyway, somebody said, poor Maddie, even never made it to her fourth birthday. Somebody said, arrested for what? I don't agree with what she's doing, but just send her back to Poland. Well, maybe, I don't know. Like, she got arrested. That's what happened. Okay. The story has become reignited because she has DNA match evidence. And she just had a 69% match to Jerry McCann's DNA sample that was published in the PJ files. The British police are trying to shut her down before the international papers can report these findings. Somebody said, respectfully, you are wrong about Julia. I suggest you watch the 12-part series that she made with Sean Atwood. She's an intelligent, brave young woman. I do believe she is MM. And I sat there and I said, listen, that's fine. It's my opinion. I don't believe that she is, Madeleine McCann. I'm entitled to my opinion. My opinion could be wrong, absolutely. But I know that that opinion could be wrong too, absolutely. Can we like agree to disagree that it's like I'm just trying to figure this out, all right? If she is trying to find out who she is, why not work on finding out if her parents are her parents? You know what I mean? Like you're pushing this like I'm going to find out who I am. Okay, so discredit the fact that those parents are yours. Let's start there. And what if those are not her parents, she could very well be adopted. But does she have to be a McCann? What if she's not a McCann? Like why are we pushing that she is? I'm allowed to my opinion and you're allowed to have yours, but that's my opinion. My opinion could be wrong and you could be wrong as well. I don't get it. But anyways, somebody said, let's see. This person right here said, if your frame of reference is the mainstream media news, then you are not objective. You know as well as the mainstream is bought. Or do you also serve the Solomon method? Just asking. First of all, I have no idea what the hell they're talking about when they said this. The whole Julia Wendell story is manipulated and framed from the beginning. First, Julia has never claimed she is Madeline in the first place. Mainstream media said that. You know how mainstream media turns and twists words, do you? Now, this right here, you're being very passive aggressive. And then this is where I was like, wait a minute. Did she not start the IG page, I am Madeline McCann? Did she not start that? I mean, if I start a page that says, I am Madeline McCann, and then I put a bunch of photos up there matching my facial features to Madeline McCann, what am I trying to say? I mean, can you be any more subliminal or like what? I don't know. When many, Caroline, many. She not only was it an IG page, it was a lot. She said she never said she was. I said, well, her IG page said it. That's why it went viral. I have the first video. I mean, has that been shown yet? Are we just gonna override that? I don't know. Listen, uh, people, I'm just telling you, y'all. Listen, as much as you guys are going here in these comments, y'all need to go to these comments over here and tell them. Let's keep going. Then it says, number 2, there has been no psychiatric diagnosis. None. Okay. She is misled and framed by Fia, who also lied about aspects in their contact and behavior of Madeline. Okay, I could believe that. The things I can't think of right now because there are more factual points. Childhood photos, for instances. So if you're so objective and sincere, you start all over again in your research. And I said, bitch, pay me. Like, what? Pay me. I if you're so sincere and objective, you start all over on your research. I said, bitch, I don't work for you and I don't work for free. Pay me. Pay me. I swear, people be doing too much. People do be scary in the comments. I'm like, no, you did not just say. No, I didn't block it because I said I'm gonna leave your demanding personality up there. I did respond to it. And I said, who said that my only source is the media? And so if my opinion is different, it means that I'm serving different. I don't need my proof. I don't need to prove my sincerity or serenity to you based on the situation. I have shared my experience on what happened, having reported this back in 2023. And then somebody said in the comments, shout out to this person, Julia is 69.23 match to Jerry McCann. She was going to stay with her friends. She was not going to the McCanns. There you go. Well, maybe that's what she was doing. She got arrested. Was she threatening to go to the McCanns? I don't know. The audacity is like, listen, I wish the audacity was on sale. But the audacity is free in the comments, apparently. The audacity. I cannot. So I don't know. Sean Atwood is doing a series on her, though he states he's just following the scientific evidence to see where it leads. Okay, good, which is quite significant. In fact, evidence, not opinion. Of course, she has emotional dysregulation. Who wouldn't? I would agree with that. Let's see, Madeline. If the McCanns are upset by her contacting them, just do a DNA test and make it go away. I don't know why they don't. I can't respond for them. I mean, literally, I don't know. But some folks in the comments, I just let you be. I let it be. Yeah, this eye abnormality, people have talked about how it's like very complex and they thought it was interesting. Let's see. Some people really do believe that this is Madeline, and y'all are entitled to your opinion, and I told you guys. But don't tell me what my opinion should be, and don't tell me that I'm bot. Why? Because I'm not agreeing with the bullshit that you're agreeing with. Hey, it like, I don't know. In America, I know some of y'all are like in different places. I'm allowed to have my opinion, and it might be different than yours. And I don't work for you, and I don't work for free. Okay? Thank you. That's what I got to say about that. But the Independent UK did report on this. So the Polish woman, there's more details to this article than what we reported yesterday. So let's get into this right here, okay? Polish woman who claims to be Madeleine McCann arrested after arriving in the UK. So she was arrested at the airport along with a 60-year-old woman. Who is the 60-year-old woman that she was befriending? She's 23 and the woman is 60. I kind of had questions about this. I don't know about you guys, but my best friends weren't 60 years old when I was in my 23. You know, it just wasn't. But hey, maybe, I don't know. Maybe there's more to this. Okay, let's get into this. So, at such a crucial moment in the U.S. history, wait, that's not even the article. What the hell? Here it is. A Polish woman who has claimed that she could be Madeleine McCann has been arrested at the Bristol airport on suspicion of stalking. Okay. The missing girl's parents. A representative for Julia Wendell, who had previously appeared on a U.S. Talk show host with their claims, said that the police arrested the 23-year-old on Wednesday night along with another woman. Who is this? Is it Sergi Claire? Said that the allegations against Ms. Wendell was nonsense and that the pair were traveling to Cardiff where her friend lived. Okay, so she was just there to see a friend. There's not a lot I can say. It's a legal matter, he said. I can confirm that the arrest took place on allegations of stalking the McCanns, which isn't true. So the police said in a statement last night, 2 women were arrested at the Bristol airport as part of an ongoing investigation. A 23-year-old woman from Poland and a 60-year-old woman from Wales were arrested on suspicion of stalking involving serious alarms and distress. They both remain in custody, and inquiries are continuing. So Ms. Wendell, lawyer David Wells, confirmed that he was representing her, but declined to comment further. So I wonder about this. So she got a lawyer. Mr. Clare said he understood Ms. Wendell had not been charged. Madeline was just 3 years old when she disappeared. Okay, we know the story of Madeline. Her disappearance has sparked a long-running global intrigue. Okay, there's a lot of people. There's a website, by the way, called Find Madeline McCann. A big thank you for the supports and positivity we continue to receive. That was posted on December 31st. Excuse me. So, let me see. What else? There's been a lot more. She turned to the internet to basically say she's a missing person case and came across Madeleine McCann case. She became convinced she was the missing girl, driven by similarities of both of them in sketches, and also the fact that they both had a rare eye abnormality that makes the iris appear like a keyhole. Yeah, she's got like this, it's called the Columbo eye. Madeline has it, and she's claiming to have it too. I don't know. Okay. That's the thing. Okay. You said, I reckon the 60-year-old put her up to it all. Martina, I don't know. Kind of makes you wonder. If they were simply visiting a friend, why were they arrested in the first place and still held in custody? That's a good question. Well, I think that they had filed police reports on them. Maybe they got rumors and then they said, no, like maybe they promoted. I'm not really sure about the whole arrest thing. I really think she's having a mental episode and needs help. I don't know why she keeps trying to make herself Madeline McCann, but it's not helping her. Well, I can't get over the fact that she did apologize, like after all the story broke, to the McCanns. So why go through all that? Let's look at her track record. I hear you confirm facts, and that comes out on previous streams. Yeah, in my opinion. Thank you, Allison. But everybody's entitled to your opinion. And, I'm not always right. Even when I have facts, I could be wrong. But this is what I ask you, guys. Check out the story for your own. Do your own research. I'm not saying that, like, one thing that really got to me about Julia is that she was being severely bullied online after she came out. And I didn't stand for that because I was like, we clearly see something that is, wrong with her. Like, and people are kind of piling. I wasn't good with the dog piling of her. I don't think anybody wants that of her. But see, what you're not going to do is gaslight me to make me feel like I am wrong. I'm reading an article, major media, yeah, but you're also believing a bunch of YouTubers about stuff that they put out here. So who's wrong? Like, if you can't listen, sometimes people get information from YouTube, and I'll say, like, some folks will get the information here, and sometimes it's 1000% correct, and sometimes it's not. All right. So whether it's a YouTuber or mainstream media, y'all got to use your discernment about who's lying to who, you know? Not everybody's a truth teller. And not only that, people get clouded by money all the time too. So let's just like stop pretending that there is like this noble act of finding the truth. I'm really tired. There's this like epidemic happening online. There really is, of people that are truth tellers that can't really corroborate their stories sometimes. Is it just me? Like, you'd be like, you did what? This happened here? And there's no receipts for it. Can we point that out? Like, there's a really good IG page. What is it? They tagged me on something yesterday, and I was like, oh, okay, they're calling it out. And I think that they're absolutely correct. IG page is the Guardians of Equality, right? And I agree. Like, there's this epidemic happening here online. I don't know what it is. Where we're wanting to seek truth, but because we're, especially now in this climate, we're not getting it on mainstream media, right? So then we're going, to YouTubers or what's local or what's that, and that happens. But you also still have to use your discernment and vet your sources, because not everybody's a truth teller, and that's okay. I can accept that. Why can't y'all? I don't know. I'm just saying. We have a good knowledge of DNA and testing. It shouldn't take that long to figure out the story. Lorraine, I think that the McCanns, I don't know if they want to get tested, because they did a 23andMe, and it was determined that they don't even share the same ancestry with this girl. But people really want to make this puzzle fit. Well, is it possible? Listen, for those that support her being Madeline McCann, let me just ask you a question, okay? Is it possible? Can you at least consider the fact that maybe she's not Maddie McCann? Maybe she's another missing child? Is it possible? What if she's not Maddie and she's just another missing child? Because she's really quick at wanting to disqualify her parents that are claiming to be her parents. Is it possible that she's just not like it? They don't share the same ancestry. Okay, to be related, you got to have some ancestry that you share. All right. It's how it works. Like, is it possible, yeah, that she might not be a McCann, but might be another missing child? I don't know. I don't know. You said at one stage the UK media was complaining about the police spending too much money on the looking for Madeline McCann case. They don't want to do the DNA. That's true. They don't want to do the DNA. Well, why is it? I'm kind of wondering about that too. But does that make her Maddie? I don't know. Somebody came into my comments, was it yesterday? Yeah, it says that's possible. Yeah, but why is she so hammering on being Maddie? Then that's Maggie. That's the question. It's like, is it possible that she could be a missing child, but does she have to be Maddie? That's the question. Why Maddie McCann? She could be another missing child. It's just a question. That's all. I have a question. And then when people say, well, it's 69%, well, that's okay, cool. If I do a DNA test on my parents right now, is that going to be 69% too, even though I know that they're my parents? Wouldn't that be like 100% that they're 98% or something? I don't know. I'm confused by this. And I'm not an expert at DNA, okay? But there's a lot of questions that are coming about this. And I think that if the McCanns, let me say this, all right? People said, well, they had something to do with her death or they had something to do with their disappearance. Okay. That could be very well be the case, but we need more information other than not being able to do a DNA test to determine that that's the case, that she is this person or this child. Rabbit, don't do it. I'm adopted. I thought I was adopted for the longest time. I'll be honest with you. But no. I was hoping to be adopted to a rich family. I was like, maybe my family's rich and this family's just broke. I'm just joking. Anyways, so by the way, let's not forget how Julia did apologize. I apologize to the McCanns because I don't know them personally. I don't know if they were watching this journey, if they were sad or whatever. And I just want to say sorry because every person can react in different ways and maybe it brought them more sadness. However, on her social media last week, she claimed to have acquired DNA testing linking her to Madeline's family. Mr. Clare told The Independent Miss Wendell wasn't saying she's Madeline McCann. Oh, isn't that the same argument that the person in my comments was making? Okay. She wasn't saying she's Madeline McCann, rather that the DNA test had linked her to the family. Okay. So do the McCanns have another missing child that's not Maddie? I don't want to do mental gymnastics here. Like it's okay. It's a lot of mental gymnastics, y'all. And that's it. That's all. That's where the article ends. Well, I mean, her IG page was I am Madeline McCann. That's what it was. And that's why everybody said you definitely led people to believe that. You're losing the plot. Well, this is what the Mr. Clare said. Mr. Clare, who is it Monteclair? It is Monteclair. That's the guy who did the DNA test. Mr. Clare told The Independent Miss Wendell wasn't saying she's Madeline McCann, rather that a DNA test has linked her to the family. Do they have another missing child? She could be a half sibling. So let's see. Are we think so? She might not be Maddie McCann. She might be a love child. Is that what we're saying? Jerry might have another love child out there that went missing. I swear to God, listen, y'all, let me know when you guys find the truth because I don't know it. I don't know it, Leslie. I don't know it. So they're really, Leslie, honestly, and by the way, I don't know. Like I said, y'all are entitled to your opinion. Okay, so this Julie was an IVF baby with an embryo adoption. I don't know. Y'all took me to a different rabbit hole that I wasn't even ready with. You're saying that she could be a half sibling, so Julia Wendell could be Jerry McCann's love child with who? I can't with you guys. I can't. Help me understand. Where's the guy with the 1,000 kids? See, and this is why people get mad at my comments and they start like talking shit to me. I demand that you, and I'm like, where's my money? Don't demand anything. I don't work for free. Help me understand this. Help me understand this. Okay. Let's go for I don't know. All right. Well, I'll let it be that. We need Maury. Sit Mr. McCann down. Are you the father? That's what this is going to be. No, I didn't even know that this all went full circle. Y'all took me somewhere else. See, no. There's something she's not being told that seems 69% to match who? The father? Lorraine. She's the same age as Madeline. Wouldn't it? No, she's not. She's not even the same age. I can't remember. I have to go back to my videos. She's not the same age as Madeline McCann. I'm Madeline McCann or her second. Here it is. There you go. That I'm Madeline McCann or a second cousin to a love child or something like that. This thing is growing legs and I don't even know where it's going anymore. All right, so let me ask you guys a question. I have a lot of videos that I did on this many years ago, like 2023 is when I first talked about this case. No, they're not. They're not even the same age, Christine. I have to go back and rewatch some of this. I'm gonna contact another blogger, and see if she wants to, if she has any thoughts about this, because she also did a lot of work on this. I need to know what y'all think. Should we bring this back up to maybe show the other side of this? I don't know, but then that might piss off. I mean, I already got a lot of pissed off people like in my comments. I don't want more pissed off people. You know, what are we doing? I just want to know, what are we doing? What are we doing? Let me know. I think she's set up by the airport for sure, says DJ. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe she was. Maybe they did, like they got scared or something. I'm just not that invested because I already know how this is going to end. Make a deep playlist. Yeah. You have a bunch of videos, I think. I do already from 2023, back when I had a really horrible mic. Shout out to my supporters that helped me buy this mic. Y'all are amazing. Yeah, I do have a lot of videos from back then. But maybe I'll maybe give more commentary. There's some in private that I didn't release. Yeah, I believe Madeline is deceased, but the DNA needs to be looked at. I honestly think that Madeline is no longer here. Leslie, I think you're right. But here's to say that somehow Jerry is her love child dad. I don't know if I believe that, but I'll need more information on that. Yeah, to be honest, I could care less about Julia. Me too. Okay, so let's talk about um Liam Payne real quick. And I know I left this to very last because first of all, I'm upset. I'm upset at the outcome of what has happened. Um what next? I know everybody on Twitter is upset right now, all the people. Um you know, they were acquitted. And Brian Baez and Ezequiel Pereira are behind bars. They're looking at 5 to 15 years, I think, if I remember correctly. But I think we knew that this was what was going to play out. I told you guys that I had a feeling that he was going to walk from this, and people were going to be walking from this. Yesterday, I was pretty upset about this whole thing, but there is no there's no other words. There's nothing else, and I feel like we have, first of all, we have the civil lawsuit still, so that doesn't end whatsoever. Rogelio Nores is still suing Liam Payne's dad. Okay, so, and I'm gonna see if I can pull Pacer. So that is going to continue. That doesn't change. Let me see if I can pull it. All right, y'all. Log in. That doesn't change. Rogelio Nores is suing Liam Payne's dad. What for I felt like he was using this lawsuit to try to help him in his case in Argentina. That's my opinion. And I felt like I don't know. I called this shit. I kind of called this. I told you guys something's not right about this. There have been no updates on the docket since the 16th of January. And yeah. Several studies have found that ADHD brain is significantly more justice sensitive than other neurotypical brains. I really, I didn't know that. So Roger, Christine, Roger was acquitted. The hotel manager and the front desk manager person, they were both acquitted. So Roger was acquitted. Uh, Esteban Grassi was acquitted. What's his name? Gidla Martin was acquitted. So these three people were acquitted. All right. These three people did not spend any time behind bars because they paid money to be essentially like on preventative detention or something. The other two have spent time behind bars. That is Brian Paez and Ezequiel Pereira. Brian Paez I thought he was going to be off too, but it turns out that it wasn't. I mean, his lawyer was not successful in fighting his case. So there's that. I don't think that there's going to be an appeal at this point. I mean, the appeal was that, guys. That was the appeal. Okay. It's a different kind of justice system. What happens next? I don't know. Diana, did I freeze? Probably. You said the ones who got the money got away, just like we, the public, called it months ago. Yes, Maggie, you're right. The ones who had the money got away. That's it. So the two other ones stay. As much as I'm not a fan of Brian Baez, you guys know how I feel about Brian Baez. Brian lied multiple times to the public and everybody else. Um, so yeah, that's how I feel about that. Let's see. Yep, justice sensitive is something that is looked at during ADHD. I'm very like that. That's so triggering to me. But I remember in the beginning you said Brian was going to go down for this. I knew it because he didn't have the money. Um, Ezequiel Pereira, there is documentation, I guess, messages that there was money used transactionally. So there was evidence enough to put him away. Brian Paez, there was concerns about some of the evidence, but he got put away. I knew he was going to get put away. I knew that. I said, no, this, I just knew it. And the way in which the laws are written. But the people that were there, okay, that could have prevented this did not um, serve a day in behind bars. And I think that I'm upset. I am because what now? What now? What happens next? They did, and they shifted the blame to the. This is what makes me mad, Sammy. That Rabbit. They kept saying his parents are responsible, and they blamed them. And I don't agree. I don't agree. His parents weren't there. How do you blame his parents for this when you knew that this man was struggling? And then the audacity to go on the Rolling Stone magazine or excuse me, Rolling Stone article and say that he plans to travel to go visit his friend's gravesite. Your friend wouldn't be there. Your friend wouldn't be there. What's her name? Kate Cassidy. Your man wouldn't be there. Like that. Is anybody else upset about this? I couldn't. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you guys something. I didn't share this with a lot of people. I think I shared it with Kim. Shout out to Kim if you're watching the replay, Kim. I was having dreams about this. I was like, I don't know, something in my soul told me I was like, oh, this is just bad. But what sometimes I'm very spiritual. You know what I mean? Like y'all can believe whatever you want. All right, please. I'm not imposing my beliefs to you, but sometimes, you know, I get really crazy dreams. Okay, and sometimes it's on the topics that I talk about, and is there okay, thank you, Stephanie. In it says in the article, InfoBay article, that there's still a chance to appeal the acquittal of the accused. Are you talking about who's gonna appeal? What do you mean? Like there's still a chance to overturn this? Or for Ezequiel and Brian to appeal the decision? Yeah, I had been getting just really weird, I don't know, dreams and stuff like that about the situation. Every once in a while, I'll get like really weird dreams. Sometimes I listen to them, you know, like every once in a while, like I had shared this with my mods. I'm like, I was getting these like really weird messages, not to talk about certain content. Yeah, like lucid dreams. Like, yeah, I would say that. Lucid dreams for sure. The people who had personal relationships of and should have saved his life. You said which can be done by the prosecutor of the chambers. Okay. And the complaint of the case carried out, but the Marvel O'Farrell from the law representing Cheryl Cole, the mother of Bear. Huh. It was the croissants. The croissants did it. It was the croissants. It was that croissant guy. Croissant guy did it. Oh my god. Yeah, he was asking for help, Manager, but I don't know, y'all. What do you guys think? So that's where we're at. I know some of you guys followed me from my coverage on that. Thank you, Mara Mello. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Not that I'm trying to impose any of that, but I'm just telling you guys, it just something doesn't feel it has not felt right since I've been covering the Liam Payne case. And like I said, I am not a One Directioner. I can't even name you 5 or 6 songs of any of this. This is literally a justice situation. It could have been Liam Payne. It could have been, whoever it was. It just happened to be this situation. The way that it happened, it always rubbed me the wrong way. That's it. But yesterday I was feeling pretty down after that news. I was like, I don't know if I can go live today. And I thought about it. I said, no, I gotta go live. I just feel sad and I feel sorry for his family. They don't need this BS. I agree. Yeah, Jay. I think it's really sad when there's no justice, but I'm not surprised. And there's usually the way that things go. Thank you, Bratty Becca. Rabbit, I was just gonna say the same thing. Thank you, thank you, thank you. They set Liam up to be totally alone. And it's going to be exactly the exact direction, no pun intended, Maggie. Martina, thank you so much for the 349. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you for that super sticker. Appreciate it. I know, Tina. I am upset. I had a lot to think about it last night, and I said, okay, like, what's next? What happens next? And I have this hope. There's this. Maybe I'm being selfish by wishing this. Okay, I think I am being selfish by wishing this. But if Jeff Payne can release all that information from Argentina to the public, like all those legal docs, court docs, so that we're able to kind of like disseminate that here and review it and share it and give our thoughts, because it was through Rogelio Norris's lawsuit. Keep this in mind. It was through Rogelio Norris's lawsuit that we got to see Jeff Payne's statement, and we got a little bit more insight. I am channeling this, okay? I'm channeling this honestly. I'm channeling that somehow Jeff Payne says, you know what? There's been an injustice, and there's a huge fan base for my son out here, and they're willing to find justice, whether it's social media, whatever it may be. Let's give these let's make these Argentinian records public, and we will find people that will, you know, translate them better than me, because you already know my translation is here and there. It's not like at the 1000%. I do my best what I can. But that's what I want to do. Cheeks, thank you so much for the 10. Rabbit, thanks for your hard work on this case. It's so very valuable. Thank you, Cheeks. I appreciate it. I just like, how when you're like, it just doesn't feel right. It feels like we missed something. We missed the mark. I that's how I feel. Thank you, Cheeks, for the 10. I appreciate it. Thank you. It's Cheryl who has put this case together. I think she was waiting to see what the outcome was going to be when she pounced. Yeah, that's how I see it. Angela, my son is 1 year old, 1 year older than Liam, and I feel for him. I'm incredibly sad that he has to go to his father's. He won't get to see his father again. Not to impose beliefs either, but I haven't felt right about this since we saw the headline. I am too very intuitive, and I'm sick and my soul is weeping, and I'm not a fan. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Guys, please know I'm not a One Directioner. I've learned so much from you guys. This is literally came from something telling me that there was more to this. And then what really pissed me off, honestly, was the fact that we weren't getting all the information. And then we would get the information in Spanish, and it would be like, well, okay, like, it was this way, and then it was that way, and then it was only a couple channels that were talking about this, between myself, Harsh Reality, Brian Harvey, Sebastian Soto, who else? Sarah's World on TikTok, who else? There's only a couple that were really digging into certain things, and we all had different approaches to it, and we didn't all have to agree to it, but we knew, and I'll speak for myself, we knew that I knew that something was off. And then throughout the last couple months since his death, then you had it was really weird, because then you had the fan that was talking to Brian Paez, and that shit kind of like, I was like, what the hell is that all about? Then you had the situation where music was being released and we don't even know. I never got to meet Martina. I never got to meet this person, but thank you for naming them. Then okay, so then there was that, and then we who's the other person? Then they were releasing music that we don't even know if he actually wrote. And that was kind of off and weird. Like all kinds of bullshit was happening in between that I was like, this is just so weird and so bizarre. But I'm just astounded by this whole situation. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I think we all are. I think we all are. Period. Let's see. So sad about Liam Payne. I think we all are, but um I don't know, y'all. That's just my feelings. That's how I feel. He met his ex-wife when he was 14 or 15, and she was a judge. Weird, huh? I thought that was off too. To mama. I think a lot of what Liam went through was off in general. That's how I see it. You said, I said from the day one, justice can be served only if Jeff takes that matter to his own hands. I think Jeff is going to have to step in. I think that with Rogelio Norris putting this lawsuit, he's trying to safeguard himself from a wrongful death suit. He's not going to be held responsible in anything in Argentina. We kind of knew. He changed his lawyer. We called this though, guys. We did. We knew that this was up. And then when they sat down in that chambers, yes, TB, I said harsh reality too. We sat down and we talked about this. I said, oh my God, like this don't even sound right. This don't even sound right. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you. So hopefully, that's my hope, okay, that Jeff decides I'm going to make this public and I'm going to do it because Jeff is a very private person and can all see that. He doesn't want a lot out. But I hope that if there's a message that can be given is if he shares everything that happened in Argentina, we will definitely uncover. We will go through it. If I don't understand the Argentinian judicial system, but we will study it, we will break it, we will go through it, okay? We will do that. Even if I have to like get somebody to translate those documents in a much better way than I can. I think that would be amazing. Really? Is he? When is he going there? Wow. Is he travel? He's going to Argentina to Casa Sur Hotel? We must help him. Wild Hearts, when is he going? Wow. Now that's some travel. No matter what, justice for Liam Payne, right? I don't think so. I think that this is a fight that people started and they weren't even aware. Um, let's see. Let's see. Interesting that the first time the prostitute story is revealed, setting in stone. Okay, and that's the thing, Anne. Where's this watch? Where's the watch? Do we know where this watch went? Does anybody know where this watch went? The watch, the prostitutes. There's a lot of unanswered questions that we don't have. But anyways. Guys, I'm gonna let you guys go. And y'all let me know what you guys think. That's kind of where I'm at right now. That's kind of where I'm at, I don't know, y'all. Was there even a watch or was there a distraction? I thought there was a watch. It was said that there was a watch. First it was broken and then it was broken. We don't know. We don't know, y'all. But I will let you guys go. I got to head out because I got to go tend to baby bunny. And I'll see you guys on the next one, okay? Hit that like button, please, and thank you. Bye, guys. Bye, 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 bye. Bye.